Hi, I'm Gabriella and welcome to The Good Life. Motherhood is said to be one of the most wonderful experiences in a woman's life. A year after I got married, I was blessed to discover that I'm having a baby girl. And on this new journey, I'd like to share my experiences with all of you. In these special episodes of The Good Life, we'll feature amazing spa treatments and safe exercises for pregnant women. I'll also scout the city for great restaurants to see which type of food I can still enjoy. We'll meet inspiring moms who balance success with motherhood, and of course, we'll feature great tips on how pregnant women can stay fit and fabulous. I'm feeling good. A great support system is really important for moms to be, like myself. This is what I picked up from Mona Tavasoli, founder of Momsouk, a mom's online bazaar and community. Watch out for the interview. I headed off to the exquisite Talese Ottoman spa at the Jumeirah Zabeel Saray at the Palm to experience two treatments that are not only relaxing but safe for pregnancy too. Later on, check out the Pilates class I attended at Zen Yoga. And for our good tips, I met up with Jenny Haddad, owner of DB Babies, who shared some smart shopping tips for moms on the go. Being a homemaker and a career woman might be really challenging for most women, so adding children to the mix will definitely make things more complicated. I'm here with Mona Tavasoli, the founder of Momsouk, who's going to share her experiences with us and maybe calm my fears a little bit. Hi Mona, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Mona, you started your business in 2012 after you had your first baby. For those viewers who are not familiar with your journey, could you let us know a little bit more about your business?
Sure. We launched Momsouk in 2012. And the idea of Momsouk initially was a classified for parents to be able to buy and sell their personal belongings. We already had a company, Polar Bear Creative, which is our advertising agency. We launched in 2011. And then I gave birth to my son. The same year, 2011, I got inspired by being in the community, being a new mom myself. And I realized that there are a lot of items that I can't use anymore. I was blessed to get a lot of gifts, but there were gifts that I didn't need at that time. So I came up with the idea of the classifieds. After that, I realized there are so many active moms here in the UAE, from moms who have their business, moms who blog, moms who are active in charity, and also as a new mom, you want access to information. So that's why we relaunched in September with a community where we have expert articles, we promote mom entrepreneurs, moms who blog, and inspirational moms as well.
How has Momsouk affected your life personally?
Different ways. Seeing each of these inspirational women definitely helped me to grow myself, and I became a lot more risk taker in terms of whether in my business, trying and testing different options. And the main thing is the workshops that, for example, we offer, it also helps me a lot to learn. So it's been a great learning journey for me since we started Momsouk.
Do you feel almost that it's made you an even better mom?
Definitely, because I'm always dealing with other moms. I hear their advice, the expert articles that we share, I have to read them first. So I'm the first one who actually reads them. I learn a lot. And at the beginning, it was a bit challenging because as a new mom, you always have these feelings of, am I good enough? Is what I'm doing, is it right or wrong? But then I think there's a point that you become comfortable and say, okay, what I'm doing is actually right, it's good for me, it's good for my kids, and you'll find the balance somehow on the way.
I can imagine after some time you build more confidence as well, right? You're a wife, you're a mom, and you're an entrepreneur, you run Momsouk. Do you ever find time for yourself? And if you do, what do you love doing?
I do my best to have some time for myself and not forget myself. So having the priorities right is also one of the main challenges that all the new moms face, because we try to do everything, we try to be the best at everything that we do. And the perception of superwoman and doing everything right is something that a lot of women makes them work much harder than they should. And the first thing that they neglect is themselves and their own happiness and what they love to do. So I've gone through that phase, and I did a lot to come out of that and do the things keep myself also in the list of priorities, because the happiness of the mother has a direct effect on the happiness of the family, of the husband, of the children. So we should really not forget about what makes us happy and what makes us relax after having a stressful lives. So what I love to do personally as an introvert, I love my space of reading the books, meditation, having my own time, and spending at least an hour going through what I've done, what I want to do, my goals. And also I love challenges. So I have set a goal of running a marathon.
Amazing.
That was one of the things. I climbed Kilimanjaro last July. So
wow.
I love challenges as well. Every quarter I come up with a challenge, and then that phase of my life is like working hard to get and achieve that challenge. So I always also find challenges in my life that I will, whether they're professionally or if it's a sport or anything that makes me keep going.
That's beautiful.
To do something new, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to see as well that you have something that you're passionate about, obviously, you know, besides your family that you love. You're now pregnant with your second child. You're in your third trimester, so due very soon. It's
next month.
Very exciting. So now you're actually quite experienced as opposed to me, obviously. Is there anything that you would say you would try to do different the second time around? Is there something that you've learned, you know, obviously in the past?
What I can say is enjoy every second of it. And there are things that you will learn to do which will fit within your family. So for example, what I realize is that it's more of a quality time than the quantity time that I'm spending with my son. So being with him, being 100% present when I'm spending time with him is something that I practice every day. And enjoy every second of it. It's a challenging but the most rewarding journey that anybody is blessed with.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a perfect end statement to our interview. Thank you so much, Mona, for sharing your insights with us.
Thank you.
Now that I'm pregnant, I'm extra careful when I go to spas because I want to make sure that the treatments are safe for me. Besides the standard prenatal massage, I wanted to find out what other treatments I can enjoy. I went to the Talese Ottoman spa to try out 2 treatments. The 2 treatments that I most regularly do are massages and facials. So those were the ones I was interested in if I could still continue them now that I'm pregnant. Your skin changes a lot when you're pregnant. It actually becomes quite dry because the prime purpose of your body is to nourish the baby. And this is why I decided to go for the hydration facial, because it's supposed to rejuvenate, refresh, and hydrate my skin. I went through the normal routine of a regular facial, but the only difference was that they used products that were safe for pregnancy. So they didn't use essential oils, which can be quite dangerous because it's absorbed through the skin and it enters your system. One of the most memorable things about this facial was the wooden apparatus that they used to apply the cream onto my face. It just felt really pleasant on my skin and it was a bit like a massage. They continued with this massage for a few minutes and they said it was really good to avoid fine lines and kind of also stimulate the circulation in your skin. When you're pregnant, your body goes through a lot of changes. Getting a facial and being pampered really makes yourself feel better about yourself. So I would definitely advise it for all the pregnant women out there. After my facial, I was treated to a massage. I've tried a few prenatal massages in the past, so I wanted something different. This is why I tried out the Rose Bliss massage. This is a regular massage, but the good thing about it is that it can be adapted for women who are pregnant. This massage uses almond oil, which is really good for dehydrated skin because it nourishes your skin as well. A big issue when you're pregnant is that you may develop stretch marks. So what could help to avoid them is if you exfoliate your skin regularly and nourish it with lots of cream. And that's exactly what this massage does. I'm a very active person, but the further along I am, the heavier I'm becoming. So of course I'm not going to be running around day and night, and I think especially then, those massages can be quite helpful to just help you relax and get rid of anxieties or stress or anything that you're going through or thinking. I usually love massages that put a lot of pressure on my body, because then I feel like, oh yeah, something's happening and it's actually working out. But of course, when you're pregnant, you can't be too harsh on your body. So it felt more like a stroking kind of sensation, which was very relaxing. And I think that's what's the priority, actually. What I really loved about this massage was also the location of the spa. It's on the Palm Jumeirah, so you really feel like it's a little bit further away from the city, from the hustle and bustle, and you actually take an extra day out just to enjoy that treatment. Don't go anywhere, because there's more goodness when we come back. I'm the type who loves to travel, but even when I'm in Dubai, I'm always out and about at the beach or in the park because I love outdoor activities. I know I have to take my lifestyle into account when shopping for my baby. So I've spoken to Jenny Haddad from DB Babies, who's an expert in shopping and has 2 beautiful kids. She helped me on deciding what I need to get and what my essentials should be. I'm here with Jenny, the owner and founder of DB Babies. Hi Jenny, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
It's a reality here in Dubai that we live in a very international environment. Some women might give birth abroad, or at least after giving birth, they might visit all their relatives in all the different countries. So, you know, we have to be practical when we decide what to buy. And I think that can be quite a difficult decision.
Yeah, it's quite stressful.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about all the products that I need, and you get so much advice from many different people. You just have to kind of decide what to go for. What would some of your tips be?
I guess, yeah, for sure there's a lot of information that you're given and you have to filter through and see what's right for you. You may not know what's right for you, but gauging your lifestyle and what suits you and the places you might go, whether you're going to travel a lot or not. For example, something that is multi-use. So if you are going to be traveling a lot, if you're going to be traveling for the birth, a lot of mums travel home even to give birth. So that changes their decisions on what they're going to need in the first few weeks for the baby. So Jenny, sleeping is a really big topic. Obviously you want your baby to sleep well. As much as possible.
Exactly. For example, when you travel, what would you recommend that you get?
For example, the first bed, a lot of parents are quite stressed about buying the full nursery set. But if you are going to be having your baby abroad or traveling quite soon after, you also have to think about a sleep solution for those first weeks. If I can show you the Dream Bassinet, this is a solution we found that gave parents longevity. So something that would last them up to 6-7 months, which gives them time either if they're traveling to come home or also if you have the baby in your room. The Dream Bassinet is from Spain. And the fundamental thing about it is it's made of aluminium. So as you can see,
it's so light.
Yeah, so when you're talking about portable, 6.
Okay.
So it's the same as a very lightweight stroller or a buggy. It's not a heavy bed. But it does offer the comfort of a proper bed with a very thick mattress. So comfort is key, especially if you want them to stay asleep. So that does offer the comfort, as well as a breathable pad for either easy to wash more than this, and also we live in a hot country, warm climate, so breathability is very key. But the real magic of this product and what makes parents really go for it is the legs. So you have this nice option for the cradle to rock, and with the touch of a button you can make it into wheels. So again, you're making the flexibility to move it around the house.
Oh, that is so practical.
It's quite a stressful decision on the strollers, and I understand that there's a huge amount of choice in this section. So again, if you are looking at traveling, choosing something that suits your needs initially, so you don't have to take too much things with you.
That's true.
Everybody wants the big, solid, comfortable, luxurious stroller, which does everything, has your car seat on it, everyday use. And the reality of life here is that you would use in the malls or to put it in your car, that kind of thing. It fits with an ISOFIX in the car, so it is a proper car seat with wheels. You're going to hear a lot of words being thrown at you, like carriers and slings and different words that you may not quite get what they all are. But basically a carrier is a great idea to hold your baby while you still have your hands free to do something else. In basics, the difference between a sling and a carrier is the shape. A sling is a cross, like an old-fashioned style, cradles the baby into the fetal position, very good for newborns, keeps them close to you, which makes them relaxed and sleep.
And they like the body contact and the warmth.
They do. So their baby's happy and you've got your hands free. But later on, a carrier might be better because it distributes the weight across your back and your shoulders, and babies get quite heavy quite quickly, you'll be amazed.
Especially if you have to carry them for quite a long time.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing when we talked about strollers and when you're out and about and on the move is you end up with bags, shopping bags hopefully. So the idea of having something on your, like as simple as a buggy hook, just makes you be able to put your shopping on the stroller. You need those hands free for everything else.
But what about the danger of it just tilting over with all the weight?
Different strollers have different points of weight. The lighter your stroller is for travel, the harder it is to hang things on it. So sometimes they might be more suitable to have two, and you put one on either side and you're just balancing it. But big strollers can manage all sorts, believe me. You'll put that stroller to the test with your shopping.
What usually is a nappy bag made of? Or like, why is it different from a regular bag?
The key things to look for inside would be lots of pockets for your stuff. So a big normal handbag might just be one open space, which will just get cluttered. Most diaper bags come with a changing mat as standard, so that
Should we take a look at one?
Yeah.
So we can imagine better.
Most diaper bags would come with that changing mat, which you need when you're on the go. Another good thing to look for is insulated pockets for the bottles.
Oh, right.
So if you want to put your bottle of milk and keep it slightly warm. Lots of pockets, and some have wet bags, so if you're taking dirty things out.
And we have changing mats here.
Changing mats are really, oh sorry, it's attached in there.
That's all right.
Things also for mummy, because this will become your handbag. You can't often carry more than one, so things for your keys and mummy's phone and wallet is very important. Don't forget about mummy. If you do choose to do formula, or it ends up phasing out to formula later, then products like this are great. So you want to take your already measured out formula. It's all about measuring in the amounts that you need. So you take it out with you, and then when you're out, you don't have to think about it.
This is a bit like a Tupperware that you can stack on one on top of the other.
So you measure out into each one, and then you've got potentially 4 feeds out with you, and it's all about making life easy. And later on, you can take little snacks, Cheerios or raisins or fruits out. So
perfect.
Multi-use products. When they do start on, like about 5-6 months when you start on warmer foods, on actual solid foods, then we have containers that are insulated, so you can take out the food warm and it's the ready temperature. So.
Another thing when you're traveling, I think is very handy, the diaper changing mats, right?
Yeah, have you noticed it? Well, you won't have noticed yet, but in the malls where you go for the changing rooms, they're always just a hard plastic surface, which is not really nice to lie your baby down on. So always have a changing mat around.
And also for hygiene purposes, I guess you want to just have a good clean area, right? Thank you so much, Jenny, for these wonderful tips. They were very helpful. I think they're going to help me prepare as well when I'm going out and shopping or preparing my baby shower list. And I think, hopefully it'll be very helpful for the audience as well.
Hopefully I haven't given you too much information, so now I've confused you even more.
No, not at all.
Keep it simple, I think, is the answer to everything.
That should be the motto, I think.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, totally.
Pilates has always been my go-to workout, so I was very excited to find out that I can continue doing this even when I'm pregnant. Here's my session at Zen Yoga. I'm here at Zen Yoga with Karishma, who's going to show me how to do some prenatal Pilates reformer exercises. Hi Karishma, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very excited to try this out. For people who are not familiar with Pilates, what's the difference between Pilates mat and Pilates reformer?
So on the mat, we basically use a mat and we use our own body resistance and our own body weight to do a lot of the exercises. On the reformer, we've got springs underneath the carriage and we use the resistance of the springs to help you. So a lot of times the reformer is actually better because if you have any form of injuries or if you need help doing an exercise, it actually enables you to do the entire exercise without having to put too much strain on yourself. Mat's a little bit harder because you have to be self-reliant on your own body.
I've tried Pilates reformer quite a few times now and I really enjoy it, but it's especially good when you're pregnant. And you can continue doing it throughout pregnancy.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits?
The benefits of actually doing prenatal reformer is you actually don't need to, again, like the mat, you don't have to put a lot of strain on your body. So you can do a lot of exercises which you would find hard either standing or lying down on your back, but you could do a lot of it on the reformer because again, the reformer helps you a lot. So it enables you to work a lot of parts of your body without putting any strain specifically on your core, because as your baby grows, you want to put less strain on your tummy muscles.
You also mentioned before when you do squats, for example, and you have a very low pelvis, sometimes that can be really hard.
Yes.
So the reformer helps with that, right?
Yes. So a lot of times if when you're actually going through your third trimester, a lot of times doctors will also recommend not doing squats because you don't want the baby to go down too quickly until you're ready to give birth. The reformer helps that way because you can still work on all your leg muscles but without any putting strain on your actual baby or in your pelvic floor. So you can still work your pelvic floor, you can work your legs, you can work your back without actually having to use your whole body weight, because again, we adjust the resistance to how much weight you're allowed to do.
Talking about the pelvic floor, why is that so important during pregnancy?
Your pelvic floor actually generally, in men and women, is very important because it actually holds and supports all your core muscles. It's your most base muscle. When you look at your core muscles in pregnancy, it's very important because if you have a natural birth, your pelvic floor needs to learn to open and close. When you're ready to give birth. So during pregnancy, it's actually very important because again, it helps you support your baby as you go through your entire pregnancy. Pilates actually helps you there because we don't only teach you to strengthen it, but we teach you how to release and strengthen it at the same time. So when you need to release it, you can release it. When you need to contract your muscles, then you know consciously and subconsciously how to work them.
At how many weeks can you start doing the Pilates reformer?
Preferably anytime after your first trimester. So as long as you're past 12 to 14 weeks and your doctor has given you the go to do any form of exercise, you can come and actually start doing prenatal Pilates.
And then how close to the birth can you continue doing it?
You can actually do it all the way till you're ready to give birth because it's a very safe form of exercising, and because you've got all the support of the carriage and the springs, you can do everything till you are comfortable doing it. So the moment you are uncomfortable, especially usually a lot of clients, if they start to feel a lot of pelvic pain or any back pain, then usually we recommend them to take a break, and then they can always come back and you can actually do it all, like I said, all the way till the end.
I think it also really helps with getting back in shape after you've given birth, right?
It does, because any form of exercise is very important when you're pregnant. Pilates helps a lot because we're still working all your muscles. You're still learning to work your core muscles, but we do them very gently. So once you've given birth, your muscles remember, they have muscle memory, so they remember where they used to be and they start to contract and come back into place a few weeks to sometimes even a few months after you've given birth. Then slowly keep curling up, pick up the arms, gently restack your spine. Good. Well done.
Wow, I feel so much better than when we started. Remember I was telling you I felt a little bit tired?
Yes.
Now I feel super
Good.
rejuvenated.
How do your shoulders feel?
Very good, they feel strong.
Yeah.
I feel like we did a lot for the arms, which was really good.
Which is very important. We usually forget, like when we're pregnant, our legs naturally get strong because as you get bigger, you have to hold yourself up.
Yeah.
But we forget to keep our back strong. So it's very important that as you go through your pregnancy, you work a lot on your back, especially the back of your shoulders, your lower back, because you tend to have a lot of pain over there, and on the back of your legs as well. So those are the key things we usually work on.
The last exercise I thought was really helpful in just releasing some of the strain in my lower back. That felt really nice. How many times a week do you actually recommend you do this?
At least twice a week. So if you're doing other forms of exercise, try to involve at least two sessions of Pilates into your week if you can.
And time permitting, is this a sort of exercise you could even do every day? Or would that be exaggerating?
No, you could. I mean, if you wanted to do a reformer session every day, I would recommend instead of doing maybe an hour, you can do half an hour instead. But even half an hour is good. It's important to actually work out through your entire pregnancy. Like you said, you feel happier, you feel stronger. So it pumps the adrenaline, the endorphins around in your body. And Pilates is a nice way of doing it without putting any strain on your body.
Great, thank you so much. That was very informative and I really enjoyed the lesson.
I'm glad. I look forward to having you in our class again.
Thanks, Karishma. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this special episode for Moms to Be. If you have any comments or suggestions, get in touch with us on our social media pages. I'm Gabriella, this is The Good Life, and see you next time.